Bonjour, welcome back to Hobbies and Gadgets peeps, and today I'm going to give you a little bonus video and then we're going to talk about this installation. And to be honest, I wish I'd done this in my first build.
Got me thinking on better days.
And I was thinking about taking this wall down again and using that same installation, but money, you know what I mean? This is like the 6th time, so I don't want to keep doing it. But let me give you a little bonus video on this solar, how I set up my solar. Basically, I'm running all these lights from solar with no battery. And yes, people say that you can't do it, it's impossible. I'm going to show you how. Okay, as you can see, I've got all these lights hanging on hot glue at the moment. Obviously, I'm just planning them out, the position of the van at the moment. But let's jump straight into the solar. Obviously, up here, you can see it's 9.1, 0.2 amps coming in. And obviously, it's 10 past 8 now PM, and you can see it's a bit cloudy outside. But as you can see, my solar's still bringing in power. And I've isolated the batteries, so there's no batteries connected to my solar. So basically these lights here are running straight from my solar. So the energy what's stored in my solar panel, that's where it's running from. I've done this on so many different projects. You know, I've run a fridge just from solar. I've done my TV and stuff like that, but I'm going to talk a bit about it because I'm going to show you the good things about it and the bad things about it. Obviously, this is my meter there, and it says 8.99 volts. If I switch something else on now, example, I don't know, let's switch this on. It might not switch on. Okay, it won't switch on because not enough power. What else have I got? Have I got anything else I could put on? Okay, let me switch on this. That one. There you go. Can you see it's gone dimmer? Everything's gone dim, but it's still running direct off the solar. Let me just prove this to you, okay? A lot of people think you can't do this. This is my 20 amp fuse, what I use, and that isolates the solar what comes into my battery. So obviously it isolates my batteries. So if I click this on now, boom, see all the power? Now it's reading the batteries, and the reason I'm saying this is a good way, one, you're taking off a lot of strain off your batteries. I know it's not that much, it's just 12 volt stuff, but if you're living in your van or you use your van a lot, like I do, well, I don't live in the van, but I use my van a lot, this way here, it'll help your batteries, maintain your battery, and your batteries will last longer. And yes, if you're bringing in more ampage, like if you're bringing in like 9 amps or whatever, you can run a fridge and your lights off solar, direct from solar, peeps. And this is no joke. If you want to see a video, I will do that. But it's so simple to do, and I don't know why people don't do this, because I've had my acid batteries for a long time now, nearly 3 years, and they're the same acid batteries, they keep up with power. I know I haven't spoke about this in most of my videos, but I wanted to help people out now because I've just proven it to you. Here you go, let me switch off again. Obviously, you know, I dropped a lot of voltage there because obviously it's not that much sun coming in, but in the daytime you've got the sun, these lights will go bright, and you can tell it's just dropping 7.9 because obviously it's getting dark outside there, peeps. But yeah, that is just basically free electric, peeps. Free electric, bonus video. So all you got to do, peeps, is isolate your battery from your solar and have your solar directed into your 12 volt system. That's all you got to do, peeps. So let me just drop this. My lights are going a bit brighter, and it's 8.99. Example, this is a 5 amp fan. I don't think it's gonna, I'll bring in 8.9. If I switch off the lights, it might work. Let's try it anyway. Actually, let me switch off the lights. Oh no, now I've killed it. There you go. I've killed the system now. Okay? So what you got to do to power it up again, you just got to put your fuse on, switch it back off. Oh, sorry. Switch your fuse on. Switch on something what's connected to your device, and then switch it off. That's all you got to do. Example. Now that one's come on, because that's obviously working with my controller. It's switched off now because these lights have come on, it's low power. And yeah, that's about it, peeps. So it's easy to be done. I've just proven it to you. Let me show you again. So the trip fuse is off. The trip fuse is on. Sorry, the trip fuse is off, so it's not connected to the battery. I'm going to switch off these lights now. That should drop. Oh, 10.2. That comes on. Let me go over here now and switch this off. I should lose power there. There you go, I lost power now. Because there's nowhere else the power's going to go for the solar. But if you switch something on like your spotlights, and then press the fuse again, let it power up, switch it off, and there you go. It's so simple. Really, really, really simple. So there you go, switch that off. And there you go. So simple, peeps. What else do you need? So now I need my remote control to switch on the lights. Because my lights work by remote control at the moment. On. Plug this in first. There you go. On, and there you go. Let me switch on the LED. There you go, a bit more power now. But yeah, peeps, it's so bloody simple. But I'm going to switch on my power now, so I'll get a bit more light just to show you. And yeah, that's about it. Just switch that off. And there you go. Happy battery. Yeah, you are going to reset your control panels, but your settings don't change or anything like that. You just reset that, so that's a good little feature as well, you know what I mean? But yeah, peeps, hopefully you enjoyed that, but let me just show you my installation. Yeah, let's talk about the installation now. It's pretty hot in here, you know. This bad boy, polystyrene. This is floor insulation. This is about 1.5 inches thick. And it fit perfectly through the braces of my van. It is pucker, peeps. Obviously I had bubble wrap left over. Just the insulation, it's cost me £26 from Selco. So that done the whole roof, and yeah, it's pretty sick. Let me just show you around. So obviously the whole roof is done. Let me show you around here so you can see. That's how thick it is. Look how thick that is. Pretty messy to work with, obviously. Look at the van. Looks like a... All my videos, you know, the van looks like it's not improving. But it is, peeps, trust me. Electric, so everything's coming in now. I'm really happy with it, actually. And I used the bubble wrap for another barrier, because obviously I looked at all different kind of boards, peeps, and I've used so much different insulation, you know. Even the wall insulation, I've got the wall insulation in the sides. Well, I wished I'd have put that in, because then I wouldn't have a wavy wall, because that would be solid wall like this, you know, solid wall. But yeah, I was going to take it down, all this again, and put that in there, but I said nah, I'm happy with the wall insulation inside. You know, it's quite firm. I did pack it quite, you know, firm. The roof, it's going to be, I think it's going to be quite a good insulation, to be honest. Still got to do a part here. I'm not sure if I told you about this. I used some rust treatment around it because it had a little leak, and it wasn't leaking on the floor, obviously, when I had my old roof. So the insulation was soaking it up. So yeah, I treated that, I siliconed that, and then I sprayed some rust treatment all the way around the bolts and screws. I've done the same to the back, but the back one was not that bad, to be honest. The back one was quite cool. Yeah, that's about it. Still got to do that window. But the insulation, peeps, is quite a really good insulation. I'm not, trust me, I've never used this insulation, so I'm not going to say, yeah, it's better than this insulation, it's better than that. But the price for that insulation and the other insulation, I can't remember what it's called, the one with the silver bit on it, it was thinner, it cost a bit more, and it was heavier than the polystyrene. I know it's not that much difference in weight, anything little helps as well in weight, so I went for the lightest board, I went for the thickest board, plus, as I said, I had the bubble wrap, and I might give this one more bubble wrap because I've got loads left over. Where is it? What's over there? In the front of the van. So yeah, still got loads of that left over. Still got to do the doors, polystyrene them, I'm going to do them, and I've got to do the back doors with the boarding and that. I'm not going to do the roof till I get the awning, and that's about it. But yeah, really good insulation, to be honest. Really good insulation at the moment. Obviously I'm not sure what it's going to be like in the weather and stuff like that, but I can tell the difference in here already, if you know what I mean. So yeah, pretty cool. If you want stable walls, cheap insulation, you know, basically it's easier to work with that insulation than the wall insulation, obviously, you know what I mean. You have to stuff that, and that's really itchy. The other insulation, the one with the silver board and the, I don't know, like, you know, the hard foam inside, I never worked with that one. I've cut a few boards, but I'm not, you know, I'm not sure which one's better. All I know, this one's lighter, this one's cheaper, and to me it looks like it will insulate better than the other board. Obviously you use the bubble wrap as well for a barrier. Not sure what this is called as a barrier now, but on the bubble wrap it does have like a barrier like level. So the more insulation you put over the, I can't remember now what it is, but yeah, you know what I'm saying, the more heat or whatever it takes, I don't know. But yeah, another little tip, peeps. When you buy your insulation tape, obviously I bought this from eBay, this one here. This is like sellotape. It is really, really crap. Still used it. Obviously I paid about £7 for that. Then I bought a big reel. Done most of the van. Have a pain to peel off. Obviously it's got a sticky back on it, but it's really, really sticky. And I'm not sure, where is it? Some of these parts, I don't know which one it is now. But that one there was really, really thin, and it's not that good and it's not that sticky. But this one here is really, really sticky. This one costs about £9. And you get like, I don't know, 50 meters, or well, you get loads of it. But yeah, really good tape. But yeah, good peeps. Just doing some more wiring up in the van. Gonna install my camera system in a minute. Get that wired in. Still got to neaten up all these wires. Got some trunction. The reason I haven't put my cables behind the wall, I want to get to them just in case. Obviously, you're not going to see these wires when I finish. These wires will be hidden. All these wires will be hidden. But I want to get to things like this, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to put them on the side, as you can see here. When the board comes down, if I have an issue, I know where that board is, because I don't think that's going to last for long, you know. They control the lights on like speeds and stuff like that. So the board will come down here. I might cut it out or leave it and, you know, just screw it when I need to. And things like that. What I put joiners, I want to access them if I need to wire anything else to that switch. That's the way I've done it. And that's about it. But yeah, let me take off my batteries because I don't need them. I know it's not that much light, peeps, but when it's sunny, or the more sun you bring in, the brighter those get, you know what I mean? I've ran a fridge straight from my solar with no battery, and the fridge is down there. I should have done a video. I will do a video. I'll show you it, yeah? And I put it on a freezer mode. I was bringing in about, I can't remember now, 6 amps or something like that, or 8 amps, and that was frozen. Yeah, it was just my little experiment. I should have, you know, recorded it and documented it, but yeah, it worked. So yeah, peeps, hopefully this video helps you. Hobbies Engaged now signing out. Peace out.